Hi guys, Tory MPs and ministers are now finding themselves in a position where they have to defend the indefensible. They have to engage in word salads and mental gymnastics to excuse what is an inhumane and xenophobic policy towards asylum seekers. Here Culture Secretary Lucy Frazer was challenged by Kay Burley on where the bar is set for asylum seekers to make a claim. She was also asked about people arriving from Rwanda who face persecution there, and Lucy's brain went into meltdown. I don't know if this is more embarrassing or frustrating. Have a listen.
For their life.
If a gay person is fearing for their life, should they be allowed to find refuge in the UK?
So if someone is fearing, if someone is at a threat of losing their life and is at risk of persecution and being killed, then of course they should be seeking refuge. If they are fearing discrimination, that is different.
Okay, what she's trying to do here is engage in straw man arguments. What I'm talking about is, look, is anyone claiming asylum? Is anyone putting in a successful claim of asylum based on discrimination? Probably not. But just think about it from a logical point of view. Someone in Rwanda, for example, goes for a job interview and they don't get the job because they believe that the manager of the company believes they are gay and says, I'm not going to hire a gay person. Now, that's their belief. They believe they've been discriminated against. What do you think their natural reaction to that would be? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay a people smuggler to cross the channel in a rubber boat, risking my life to arrive in Britain, and I'm going to tell them, well, I want to claim asylum because I couldn't get a job in a company in Rwanda because I believe the manager thought I was gay. Does anyone actually believe that's how things work? But this is what the Tories want you to believe.
Persecution?
I think this is very clear that if someone is being persecuted in terms of they're going to lose their life, then that is what the convention was there for. She was distinguishing between discrimination and fear of discrimination and fearing for your life in terms of persecution.
Okay, so somebody from Rwanda could come to the UK and seek refuge here?
I think you will find that the UK believes that Rwanda is a safe country.
No. Tory MPs and ministers do. The Home Office doesn't. Why are you lying here? The UK believes, unless you're excluding the Home Office from the United Kingdom. The Home Office has already granted asylum to people from Rwanda. That's a fact. So if the Home Office has granted asylum, then they don't believe it's a safe country. They wouldn't grant asylum if they believed it was a safe country. But this is the problem here, is you have the Home Office granting asylum, and you have Tory MPs and ministers, including the Prime Minister himself, saying that Rwanda is a safe country. Somebody is lying. Is it the Home Office or is it the Tory party?
That is why we've entered into an agreement.
But gay people feel they're being persecuted in Rwanda.
Well,
gay people are not feeling they're persecuted in Rwanda. They are persecuted in Rwanda.
I hope I've been really clear.
Well, you haven't. Which is why I'm asking you the question.
That there is a difference. So people, all my great-grandparents, all my grandparents came here fleeing persecution, i.e. they were going to be killed. One came from Nazi Germany, some came from Russia.
I don't know when her parents arrived from Germany and from Russia. I don't know the year. But did they have to wait until we actually knew that people were being literally killed? That's when you can actually claim asylum? That's when people should make an asylum claim? When your family is actually being marched to their deaths? Is that when you're supposed to then, and now we can make a claim for asylum? Well, it's a little bit late at that stage, isn't it? You know, these things don't happen overnight. These things build up. My God.
They came here and Britain gave them a home. And I'm very proud of that because, you know, we gave people who were otherwise going to be exterminated a home. And there's a difference.
The Home Office would. Tory MPs and ministers would not. You know, if we were back in the 1930s and 40s, probably the 1930s even, people like Suella Braverman would be saying, these people coming from Germany, we don't want them in. They're a burden on the state. This is the type of rhetoric we would hear. And it was the rhetoric back at the time.
difference between that and allowing everybody who fears discrimination across the world, which is hundreds of millions of people.
You're being very emotional.
Hundreds of millions of people want to come to Britain. Was it Suella Braverman said something like 4 billion people want to come to Britain, or could come to Britain, not want to, could come to Britain. Like turning the rhetoric up to 11 here, the fear-mongering up to 11. These people don't want to come to Britain. The people who want to come to Britain, in many cases, are sitting in Calais. They don't want to stay in France. They want to come to Britain. We're talking about a few thousand people. We're not talking about millions.
I didn't say that at all. What I said was if somebody is being persecuted or fear of persecution, and whatever that might mean, in a country like Rwanda, should they be allowed to come to a safe haven that is the UK?
Well, you're taking a particular country, which is Rwanda. I am. Which, as you know, we believe is a safe country.
As you know, we believe is a safe country. Once again, who's lying here? Is it the Tories or the Home Office? Because if the Home Office is lying and granting asylum to people from Rwanda based on, nothing, then this is really concerning, no? Surely the people in charge need to answer some questions. Why are you granting asylum to people from a safe country? Because it's not a safe country. But the Conservative Party have said that it's a safe country.
That is a matter before
the courts.
You're gay. That is a matter before the courts at the moment, and we believe that we are complying with those UN and international conventions in asking Rwanda to take those people who are coming illegally here.
I feel sorry for Lucy somewhat, because I believe that she's trying to answer questions she doesn't want to answer because she doesn't agree with the position. But then this begs the question, why don't you leave? Like, if you don't support racism and xenophobia, then how can you be associated with a party that is trumping it at the moment, championing it at the moment? You would leave. I said this before. If I was part of an organization and the head of the organization was making racist comments and promoting the organization as a racist organization, I would leave. I wouldn't want to be part of it. Surely there are some decent Tory MPs left who say, yeah, I can't agree with this. This is an abomination. I have to go. But they don't seem to do that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.